Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon. My name is Adel Smeda. I'm an expert in information technology, work in science and technology sector at UCSCO here in Rabat. If you don't know UCSCO is the Islamic World Organization for Education, Science and Culture. So in with these three main sectors, we have another department, three main sectors. We work with our member states. We have 54 member states from all over the world, actually, from South America to the far in Asia. In these three main disciplines, through warning awareness programs, through conferences, through projects, and also in this regard, we are interested with education, which is one of the main sectors of the organization. Even though I'm not working in the education sector, I'm working in the science and technology sector, but we work with our colleagues in the education sector through different initiatives and programs. And I'm glad to be here with you today, since I came from information technology background, and I, before joining UCSCO, I was a professor in university, so I know the domain of education. So I heard people, saying that artificial intelligent education. Well, the idea is not artificial intelligent education. Is artificial intelligent powered tools or applications for education. So it's applications, tools, like any other tool that we want to benefit in the education. So this is the idea. Why are we doing that? We're doing that for the sake of the education process, helping the educators and helping the students, helping the trainers and the trainee using these types of tools and applications, where they are artificial intelligence driven. So the idea of artificial intelligence actually it's not new. It's since I think 70s they start, with the prologue language. I don't know if Professor Mohammed Saidi studied when we were students, but now, for the last few years, we start to see lots of applications in artificial intelligence. So the concept of artificial intelligence moved from programming to using another concept, which is based, what they call it, neural networks, and the advance in the domain of neural networks with what they call it, the deep learning. And it's I don't want to go deep in that, which is lots of technical things. So the idea of artificial intelligence is to try to simulate the brain of humans, or simulate how we do our daily activities. So based on learning, how the machine can learn and understand and reasoning, and also communicate with natural languages, understand human languages, and of course start to problem solving the machine itself without the intervention of humans. So in artificial intelligence, actually, mainly we have three main components. Okay? The first one is the machine learning, which is algorithms that enable machines to learn. Now we're talking about deep learning, which is based on neural networks, and that's why actually, thanks to work in the neural networks that came up with the deep learning. And the other one, and the other component, which is the ability for a machine to understand humans by understanding natural language, what they call it natural language processing. One of the most well-known natural language processing application or tool is the ChatGPT. ChatGPT is in the basis a natural language processing tool. And computer vision, where machine or computers can understand videos and images and can interpret them in order to come up with some sort of information from those images or videos. So, and what is the impact in our society? Actually, the impact of artificial intelligence on the society, we can see it in all aspects of our society. Not only in education, like we are talking about today, but in health, and image processing, which is a very big debate. They are using artificial intelligence. They are using, deep learning. We can see it in finance, predicting the future, manipulating data, and proposing solutions, or helping to take a decision. In transportation, in the domain of autopiloting machines. Retail, we're helping customers and retailers to understand what the customers need, and also to help customers how to get, or where to get what they need. And also for education, which is our focus today. So in terms of education, we can see the benefit of artificial intelligence tools, or artificial intelligence driven tools, in different aspects. The first one is personalized learning. I think our colleagues, they talked about that, and everyone is aware of the importance of the personalizing learning based, on the what the student or what the trainers want, their social situation, their mental situation, okay, their level of knowledge. We can propose contain it based on the situation of the trainee or the student. And there are a few examples based on that. The most important is the Khan Academy, which uses artificial intelligence to recommend tailored content and exercises based on students' performance and progress. Also, we can see it in intelligent tutoring systems, where we propose tutorials. We adapt to students' learning styles and provide targeted feedbacks. So here tutorials will be based on what the students need and what the student should have to know. Examples of we can see the currently learning math IA platform, which uses artificial intelligence algorithms to deliver personalized math instructions, track progress, and provide real-time feedbacks. The third one is an automated grading process. Later on, one of our colleagues talking about the time that teachers and professors take, in order to correct answer sheets, to correct essays and articles. Why? Because it's a manual, to correct a thesis of 300 pages. It will take you minimum a week. So the idea here is to try to have this process of correcting automated using artificial intelligence-driven applications. So an example of that is Gradescope, which is an artificial intelligence-powered platform that streamlining grading from assignments and exams. And the fourth one is content recommendations, where artificial intelligence algorithms recommend content, videos, essays, articles, based on the level of the students or the trainees. We can see that in different. Applications that we see them in the internet. Even when we if you try one of those applications that teaches languages, let's say English, different levels. The application starts to give you articles and to propose you some content to improve in additional to the process, to the teaching process that you follow with the application. So this is an example of this is learning a platform like Coursera and edX that use artificial intelligence to suggest courses and learning materials based on learners' performance and goals. So what benefits we expect from artificial intelligence tools in education? The first one is improving learning outcomes. This is the most important thing. Most important thing that the learning process will be improved, that the students will be more engaged in the education process, and the teachers or the trainers will be supported with tools in this process. The second one, personalized instructions, and we talked about later on. Also, we can see it in the efficient administrative tasks. So instead of the instructor or the teacher, basic part or even the student, yes, part of his time doing administrative things, even correcting answer sheets. If we can have a tool that does these administrative tasks, we can spare some more time for the instructor, to be more engaged in the education process. Accessibility and inclusion. This is very important. Here we're talking about students with some sort of disabilities or needs. In this case, using traditional way of teaching, let's say blind students or students with problem in hearing, we cannot just leave with other students, and we cannot just use the traditional way of education, expecting that they will profit from that, benefit from that process. Using tools, artificial intelligence tools, we can help them with that. We have tools that convert speech to text, tools converts text to speech, and these are based on what we said later on, the natural language processing. So what are the challenges and ethics? Because now when we start talking about artificial intelligence in education, for example, when ChatGPT came to this world. You know, everybody's, especially in the education domain, start to get, yeah, ChatGPT, this is going to you know, this is going to destroy the education process. This is going to increase the cheating in the education process. So there are certain challenges of using artificial intelligence applications in the education process. But this, what I wanted to say that these challenges, they are not a handicap, you know. If you, let's take the example of ChatGPT. If you compare the ChatGPT with other tools that use it in the education process, let's say the calculator. You know. When we start using the calculator in the 70s in the school, teachers and educators that know, if we can use it, the students will get it, you know, they will be stupid, they will not be able to, you know, add two numbers. But now we know it's becoming essential, you know. We know, we still know how to add two numbers, but when we use a calculator, we will have more time for other things, you know, instead of doing this. So this is the same thing with ChatGPT. We should, you know, we should change. I mean, the teachers and educators, they should go up. They should change their way of giving knowledge based on this tool. So this tool, this application, ChatGPT, it's here, and it will not disappear in a year or two. And it's getting more powerful with the new version of ChatGPT, which is version 4.0. So the challenge, the first one is the data privacy. This morning, one of our colleagues mentioned that. Since we are dealing with data, artificial intelligence manipulating data, and some of these data concerning students, sensitive data, okay, grades, and you know other things, their level of even the level of thinking. So the data privacy is becoming an issue. The other thing also mentioned by one of our colleagues is the algorithm bias. But the algorithm bias, well, it's not the machine. It's not the fault of the machine. It's not the fault of the tool. It is human. So the data that we feed it, is it biased or not? Actually, the third one is job displacement. Actually, this issue we find in all domains, not only in education. People they think that the machine will replace me. No, actually, the machine will help you. It will not replace you. It will open new opportunities. The same thing with robotics. You know, robotics, when they came to the industry, they opened new types of jobs instead of replacing the old ones. So there's a need, of course, of learning and upscaling. The fourth one is a digital divide. A digital divide, we can see it in terms between students, because you know we are in a society all over the world. You know, not everybody is equal. Students, they can have the money to buy whatever they want, to buy laptops, to buy, you know, even smartphones or any kind of gadgets. And we have students in the same society. We have students, they cannot offer that. So this is increases the gap between students, also between communities. Let's say in the same country, a city, a rich city, another city, a rich city with the resources, with, you know, taxpayers, and another city, a small city with less resources. So this is also increases the gap between the same country, in addition to increasing the gap between different society, between different countries. Now we know there is a gap between countries. There is a huge gap between the north and the south. So in the industry, in the other domains. Now, using I don't want to say using artificial intelligence tools will increase the gap, but using emerging technologies that cost lots of money that cost will increase more the gap between the north and the south. And the last thing is there should be unethical regulations, and this is not actually our job as teachers or as instructors. Actually, this is the work of the governments. This is the work of the organizations. This is the work of societies in general. And actually, there are several of initiatives in this regard. Everybody is aware of the ethical issue of artificial intelligence. So, United Nations, they have different initiatives in that. UNESCO, they have their own initiatives. In our organization, the organization that we're working with, we have a few initiatives in this regard. Started with a chart that we call it a chart of respecting humanity in the era of artificial intelligence. So this opens future possibilities when applying artificial intelligence powered tools. The first one is we can mention artificial intelligence powered adaptive assessments based on the personalized, based on the situations of the trainee or the student. The second is if we can profit from the AR or VR, which is augmented reality, and one of our colleagues presented that. It is augmented reality, which is adding more content to the virtually to the same picture. Virtual reality, which is total immersive virtually in the education process. The other thing is natural language processing. We can here mention the example of ChatGPT and what's added to the education process. We started by, when the ChatGPT came to this world, we started with the bad things of ChatGPT. ChatGPT will increase the level of cheating. ChatGPT, will provide misleading information, but actually the information that ChatGPT will present you, it's information that you're using every day. ChatGPT, the data that working in is the data that you have in the internet. When you go to Google looking for something, it's the same thing that ChatGPT working in it. And I'm not defending the ChatGPT actually, but this is the reality. And the fourth thing is the social and emotional language learning support by analyzing student behavior and language and emotional indications to provide personalized support and interventions based on the situation of each student. Example, we can mention virtual monitors or any kind of chatbots. Some case studies, and I will end with that. These are very well-known tools. They are here for quite a long time. The last one, I think most of us or most of you know it. That Duolingo, which is used for teaching languages, and there are also many others. Some of them free, but some of them quite expensive. So, in conclusion, artificial intelligence tools, they are tools that should be used to help teachers and educators, and also students in the education process. We are not expecting that they will replace or they will change the whole education process by replacing teachers, instructors, or trainers. They are supposed to help them, the teachers and the students, in the sake of collaboration or in the sake of having what we are looking for from the education process. You know, what are our target in terms of gaining knowledge from that process. So this is what I wanted to share with you today, and I would be glad to answer any question or to engage in a discussion, in any discussion in this manner. Thank you very much.